Hey guys, Professor Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So today's video, I'm going to describe and talk about how good is this rough country lift kit. Now, there's a lot of forums out there with rough country, and they say that rough country is a cheap lift kit, the ride quality, you have to go with a more expensive quality. And I'm gonna just basically explain, why I went with the rough country kit and how it's been performing and how good is it. So just a quick recap, this is the rough country 6-inch lift kit for the F150 4-wheel drive, which is a little bit more expensive than the 2-wheel drive model. The one I went with was the standard option. So instead of getting the upgraded struts up front, it just puts this 6-inch spacer in the front, and then in the back, it does come with rough country V2 shocks. But I went with the standard N2 right there. As you can see, it says N2. So you can get it upgraded to V2 if you want. And the reason why I went with the N2 and the reason why I went with the standard struts up front was because the V2 and the N2 ride pretty much the same. They have the same quality. The only difference between them is the V2 will actually last longer. So it'd be like another 150 bucks more. I wasn't really sure, if I wanted to go ahead and do that. So I went with the standard option, especially since I was going standard up front as well. So this is the standard strut. Now, this model was around $1,100 to $1,200. I think it was like $1,250 for the standard rough country 6-inch kit. Now, if you were to went with the more upgraded version, which is just like you get the actual strut. So instead of the 6-inch spacer, it comes with a full strut and removes your factory strut. And that option is probably like $600 more, plus the V2 shocks in the back, like another 100 or so. So we're gonna say it's probably around $1,800 out the door, before taxes, obviously. But yeah, so that is the reason why I went with just the base, because I really wasn't sure if I wanted to go all in with the rough country kit. I've never had a lifted truck before, so I didn't know what to expect with the ride quality. And then the second one, or the last option of the rough country kit, is the Vertex system. That system is $3,500, and it comes with a full-on coilover kit that ranges from I think it's up to 8 inches of added height to the kit. So you can actually get more than a 6-inch lift on the Vertex coilover kit. And then it has this Vertex piggybacks in the back. So that is like $3,500. So it's more than double the standard rough country 6-inch kit. And like I said, I wasn't really sure if I was going to even like the rough country kits. I see a lot of people, they talk about in the forums, rough country is a bad ride. It's you need to go BDS, or you need to go full throttle suspension. And let me tell you, this rough country kit has been great. I'm going to say that the ride is a little stiffer than stock, but it's been awesome. I cannot put words to describe how good it's been. And people always talk about rough country as a bad kit. I mean, it is a starter kit, and it is on the more affordable side, but this channel is all about building a budget friendly truck, and I'm not going to go ahead and throw a $5,000 lift kit on a budget truck. This is an F150 STX. Every mod I've done to it, you guys have watched. I bought stuff off eBay, off Amazon, and done it all myself. So these wheels and tires were used off Facebook Marketplace, so there was no reason to go with a really expensive lift kit when everything else is kind of just standard on the truck. But I wanted something that looked good and rides relatively great. So for this kit right here, I'm going to say that it rides a little bit stiffer than stock, obviously, because it is going to be a lot higher off the ground. You do have not really a coil over here, but just a spacer in front. So it'd be like equivalent to if you were riding on a leveling kit and you just had that hockey puck up front. So it's kind of like that. I mean, I didn't have a level on this truck to begin with, so I'm not really sure on how that affects it. But another thing that affects the ride quality is the tires. So these are a mud terrain, or like a hybrid tire. So it's called an RT, which is the hybrid between the all terrain and the mud terrain. So the lugs are pretty meaty on this, and so the ride is going to be not going to be as smooth as a standard just like 32-inch tires that you come stock. Now, I heard someone on one of the F150 videos when they lifted their truck. It was a Bloom Outdoors. He talked about how he lifted his truck first, and he kept the stock tires on, and he said that it rode better than stock with the 6-inch lift kit on it. So the tires do have a big play in how the truck performs and how it rides. So if you want to go with like a Niddle Ridge grappler, or like a BF Goodridge, or like a Toyo MT, or just like a Toyo, any kind of Toyo tire, like an all-terrain tire, they ride really well, and it definitely helps out with the ride quality on the 6-inch lift. So people talk about, you know, you got to go BDS and all that, and you know, just don't listen to any of them. The Rough Country is great. It's been around for a long time. It's a standard kit, and a lot of lift companies will try to push you on the Pro Comp because they ride similarly together, but they're gonna make a more bang for their buck because the Pro Comp's a little bit more expensive. So the lift companies are like, well, you're getting like not really a great ride, and you know, Pro Comp's probably a better ride if you want a more affordable option, but they ride exactly the same. My buddy has a Pro Comp lift, and we kind of like compared each other's, and they ride exactly the same. So don't think that you have to go Pro Comp if you want to go budget friendly. Rough Country is definitely suitable, and it looks good. I mean, look at this truck right here. This truck, so it's been lifted for a couple of months now, and I've had no issues on it. It performs great. It sounds great. When you're driving on this truck, it does have a little bit of like creaks and stuff, but that's just to be expected with a lifted truck. You're gonna hear some slight like creaks and noises because it's a lot. It's the whole suspension is gonna be different than the stock suspension, so just expect that. And but yeah, it's been super sweet. I really have no complaints on the Rough Country 6-inch kit, so it's really not that bad, and I really like the affordable option. And the reason why, like I said, I didn't go with the upgraded struts and the Vertex coilovers and all that, because I wasn't really sure on how I was gonna ride. I was gonna bite the bullet, and people always talk bad about Rough Country, but then I saw a lot of people talk good about Rough Country in the forums. So this is like a first-hand, you know, review. People talk about, oh, Rough Country's not good. They've never owned a truck in their entire life. They've never had Rough Country in their entire life. But I'm gonna tell you from firsthand, driving this for a couple of months, that it sounds great, it looks great, it performs great. And let me just show you one more time what this looks like. So it's pretty standard. So they have all the components in it. It's literally just a 6-inch spacer right up here, and then in the back they go ahead and drop the differential. See, so the diff is dropped back here, and then obviously there is the Rough Country N2 shocks that are in the back. Now if you want to go ahead and upgrade later, you totally can go with a coilover kit up front. You can change out the shocks, maybe like Fox Racing or maybe the V2 shocks. So it's not a permanent option. Like, you know, if you get this Rough Country kit, it's not like, oh my God, this is it, this is all I can do. You can definitely, like, when I go to change out these springs right here, I'm gonna definitely just do the full strut, because, you know, I'm replacing them anyway, so I might as well go ahead and get the rest of the full strut. So like I said, it's not permanent, so don't be discouraged by getting something like this. So yeah, this is how it looks right now. Sometimes I feel like it has a rake, but then like right now it doesn't look like it has a rake. Like sometimes I feel like it's a lot lower in the back than the front, but then like looking at it from right here, it looks about the same. So I don't know, maybe sometimes the way it sits on a level ground, or like the driveway or on a hill, it just looks a bit different. But yeah, so there you guys go. That is the Rough Country 6-inch kit for the F150. This is the 4-wheel drive option. So it was $1,250, and then probably like another $1,000 for installation, probably plus tax, fees. I'm gonna say, let's just round it up and say it's gonna be $2,500 just to get the lift on. And then you can just go ahead and throw the tires on yourself if you can do that. I got these tires off Facebook Marketplace for cheap. The wheels and tires together were $2,300 when they retail closer to about $4,000. So it was like 45% off, or like 55% off, I think it is. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday at 8 p.m. And if you're wondering what I've done to this truck specifically, I have a link in the description of every mods in the truck so far. Like 40, not 40, probably like 25 different mods I've done to this truck, and it looks a lot different from the day I bought it. And it's thanks to you guys. I mean, you guys watch the videos, and I put the links in the description so you guys can go buy off those links. And when you guys do buy off the links, to get a small commission, I throw that money back into the truck and to be able to do more mods and stuff to the truck. But if you have any questions and anything you want to see done to the truck next, go ahead and leave a comment. I respond to all my comments, and the YouTube channel is growing a lot. We're getting close to 2,000 subscribers, and I'm super pumped up about that. And it's getting a lot of views, like 60, 70,000 views per month for you guys. So I'm super grateful for what you guys do to this YouTube channel. So we're gonna go ahead and keep growing it, and I'll keep giving my honest opinion, my honest review. But like I said, if you're new to the channel, this is my 2018 F150 STX. It's a 5.0, and it is a budget build. So everything I've done to the truck is budget friendly, like budget wheels, budget lift, just like headlights and tint and color matched parts that you buy off Amazon, and exhaust, just like a standard exhaust system, and doing some small things to the truck that over time made it look like this. So thank you so much, guys. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.